Hey, what's up guys, Mike here. Just thought I would film a little short informational video for you. Something popped up here that I think is important to let people know about just in case they haven't experienced it before. This right here growing on the top of these two tanks is a bacterial biofilm. This is actually a topic that I covered like a million years ago in the form of a whiteboard video. It was made a long time ago guys, but it is, I think, still really informational and a good video if you're interested in what this is. So I'll put a link for that in the description, but I will also go ahead and explain to you what is going on here because it's not good. You definitely don't want this going on in your tank. These two tanks, you've probably already seen the video, but just in case you haven't, I'll put a link for it in the description. These are the two experimental tanks that we're running, and basically what happened was set it up, got the plants in it, and then I was waiting on some more equipment to come in, so we just let the water sit here with no movement, and we have a film that's resulting from the lack of water flow, and because these plants that came in from Florida, specifically the super red mini down here, the Liguigia, just came in with a bunch of rot, a bunch of bacteria. That also helped this film come about. If we get down in here and we kind of swish this around, you can see that it kind of looks like oil. Almost has that kind of weird pattern to it, and you'll notice that it starts to clump together as we mix our fingers in here. And if we look down here, when we really kick it up, you'll see chunks of it starting to float around in the aquarium, and that's all just bacteria that's adhered together and forming a clump, kind of in the same way that it's formed up here. A lot of the cells are adhered together, that's how it likes to live, and it's up here at the surface because it really loves oxygen. It needs oxygen to do all of its cellular processes and create energy and grow and divide, and that's why it's up here. It has access to nutrients in the water, but then it also has unlimited access to the air above, and that's why this particular bacteria isn't down on the plants or anywhere else. This is actually a really good thing because it makes it easy to get rid of. We definitely don't want something like this to happen for very long because it's going to limit the amount of O2 that's getting into the system. And in any aquarium, it doesn't matter if it's a planted tank, a non-planted tank, whatever, you want to have some kind of water circulation, and that's going to help prevent this film from coming about. And also having a clean tank, one that doesn't have a ton of bacteria like what came in on this Liguigia, that's also going to help prevent this. So yeah, bacterial biofilms, they're not a huge deal. I mean, they're easy to handle, but if you're a beginner and you've never experienced something like this, you might be a little freaked out at what's going on. You might also not think that anything is wrong, and this might be part of the way things are supposed to go. If you happen to see a film like this develop on your tank, guys, you want to deal with it as soon as possible. Your fish aren't in a super amount of danger. This is relatively a harmless thing to have happen to your aquarium, but if you do let it go for a long time, then it can definitely disturb your system. These bacteria are consuming oxygen, and you're probably not getting a good mix of O2 in your tank, which your fish aren't going to enjoy long term. You might see something like this happen in a tank where you have just like an HOB filter in the corner. Maybe it's not creating enough flow in the tank. You don't have an air stone, and maybe you just got some plants in that came in with a lot of bacteria. And so if you do see something like this, just increase the flow a little bit. You know, over on these tanks, we're going to be putting on the Awaza canister filters, and once we do that, there should be a good flow of oxygen and surface agitation to prevent and get rid of this film altogether. Pair that with the removal of what we think is the source of the bacteria, and we should be good to go. Hydrogen peroxide can also help to coagulate and kill the cells going on here, guys, but it's not something that you have to do. I just always have some of it handy, so we can just start off by doing a little bit of this to help break it up. Anyway, guys, that's just a quick video I wanted to throw at you. Hopefully, like I said, you've already seen the setup video of these two tanks, but just in case you haven't or you want to check out that additional video, the more sciencey one on biofilms, I'll have those linked in the description. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. If you're new, hit the notification bell so you know when the next episode comes out. Thanks again for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.